All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser, or John D. Klauser. It's honestly whichever one you prefer. It really does not matter. Episode 226 of this wonderful show, podcast. Look at this tan line. Look at how great this tan line is getting. Look at that. Look how strong it is. Strong golf tan line. Yes. You might be like, why do you sound like you're in such a good mood, John? Why do you sound like you're in such a fabulous mood? Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. See, Lola's right here, not freaking out once. She just was like, this is life. This is what he's going to be doing for a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, just played the best round, the best golf I've ever played in my entire life with my irons, my wedges, and my driver. Could you believe it? The trifecta. I was able to do great things. Oh my God. And guess what? What's really honestly, what's done it for me and what's helped me get so much better at my swing and being consistent is my wedge. I practice sitting in the sand trap. No joke. I do it 4 out of 7 days, at least 4 out of 7 days. I try to do at least 30 minutes in the sand, and I will just take those balls and I throw them hard into the fucking thing, and I just try to chip them the fuck out. And let me tell you, dude, you will consistently you just work on that consistency, and then it gets better. It's like, oh my God, this tan line. Isn't that insane? It's just golf, bro. It's a golf thing. You understand. Dumb thing. Anyway, that's the dumbest shit I've ever said in my life. Don't. This is how excited a man is, though, when he had a very successful day. Just wait, tomorrow I'll practice. I'll do a little bit of practicing, just not that much, because today was a hard impact day of swingings, of just consistent swinging and practicing, going and playing. So tomorrow is like a light day. That's the rule. Like, after a hard play, you have to just do the next day easy. You might be like, why do you do this? Because I don't use a goddamn fucking cart. That's the thing. I carry my shit. That's the key. It's conditioning and being out in the sun. That's the big thing. I just enjoy being out. And it's just, golf is just a secondary thing. It's just because I'm out there. I really just love just being out in the sun, especially when I get this coat now. I look brown, and and today was a nice warm day, so it was good. It was great. I'm probably also really high from being out in the sun. So it's just what it is. Great. It's fun. It's exciting. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, y'all? So, but yeah, like, what the fuck? It's like only a couple of my videos got loaded into my system. So I'm like, what the fuck? Where the hell did all the other ones go? And so, and you would think I would have checked before I started doing this podcast, but I didn't. I didn't start at all. I just was like, you know what? Fuck it. Who gives a shit? And guess what? I'm just going to drag them in there now. And they're going to just upload while we're going. Because the great thing is, I'm going to tell you a little bit of how the sausage is made. So normally what I would do is I'd have all my videos. I pick the videos that I'm going to have this week in the snore format. And then I would cut them and edit them in the thing. Because in Final Cut, not Final Cut, I do use Final Cut now. But before that, what I would do is I would just use... QuickTime Video. And in QuickTime Video, I don't know if you know this, you can edit inside the video and then you can export from that video. It's mostly like what you do in an iPhone when you trim and then you export. You can keep the old video and then make a new video, or you can just basically just rewrite over the old video. Either one, it's the same concept. It's because it's the same company, it's literally the same system, you could say. But instead of doing that now, what I do is I'll just take it into Final Cut Pro and I just have it in my timeline, and you can just play it from the timeline, and I just have all my videos there. And the only one on my main timeline is the video of the week with the music. And so then all I have to do is take the audio and the video from this thing right now, what I'm doing from what I'm recording, throw it on there, boom, edit, throw it out, we're done. game's over. It just makes it easier because it's keeping everything in house instead of keeping it out here. I just kind of condensed it a little bit. It's great. One of the best things I feel like I've done is setting up like basically a format to this show. Love it. But anyway, about like 5.5 minutes in, do you guys want to do the video of the week? Should we do the video of the week? I guess we should do the video of the week, shouldn't we? All right. Well, here we go.
That's a challenge, except I'll put my dog away and I'll come back. And you got 1, 2, 3. And I'll do it along with you. In that back of that fence. Just the 3 of us, 4 of us, me and you. Show you what kind of a man you are. You're less than a man. Okay? You're a crumb creep. And I wouldn't take that off of nobody. And there's 3 of you and I'm by myself. And when it's over, there'll be nothing to it. Win or lose, okay? But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a crumb bum, the 3 of yous. And I challenge you. You're a coward. You're a yellow sneak. And if you want to, now what I say, let's forget all the rules of this great country we live in. I will go back to that wall with the 3 of yous. Just me.
There is a
You're a crumb creep coward. Get away from me, you crumb.
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
That was when I found that video. I swear to God, I was smiling the whole time because that's like those are the kind of men I was raised by. My father, and then my uncles. God bless them. All of them have all passed. They've all passed away because of anger. But dude, I love that. We can't do that anymore. Like if someone were to say that, like that was back in the 70s, 60s, 70s. Like if back in that time, this is the one thing I loved about that time. Was the fact that you could say things like that, like, yeah, okay, you little fuck face. How about you and your little fucking fuck faces? How about we go back over there and we'll fucking fight and we'll figure this out like man to man. And then like, hey, if I beat the shit out of you, you'll shut the fuck up. If you beat me up, all right, we'll go and we're done. It's like crumb bum. And 2, like the creativity. The level of, because like all they had was written word back then. It's not like they had Twitter. They did not have videos, but like that made me feel like not good. They actually had to think of like creative, intelligent things. Some not all good, but Jesus Christ, like crumb bum, like you're a crumb bum. And I looked up. I'm like, I thought it was like might be like a thing, like a homosexual slur. No, it's just someone who's like cowardly. It's just a British term. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, crumb bum. What an amazing term to describe somebody. It's like, because it sounds like you basically like you basically like you eat asshole or something like that. You know, that's what it sounds like. You eat the crumbs of a bum. Like you eat like homeless people's assholes. Like that's what it kind of comes off. To me, it does. So it's hilarious that that was a fucking thing. But that it's just so funny because like now if someone were to say this, I went and I like, and you had recording of that, they would post online and people would freak the fuck out. Like, can you believe that this man, this grown adult said that to another human being? Like, yeah, actually I can. If this fucker was like, if someone was being like harassing you, like it was understandable. It wasn't still like, well, the harasser is like, well, like, I was just, just trying to get some, tape on something. Like, it was like, understand, like, both sides were equal. And then you just like, whoever fought, it was basically a fist fight. Whoever fought and knocked the other one out, that was it. Great example of this. There's this guy, my freshman year of college, both on the football team. And he would fuck with me all the time. He was fucking me all the time. And eventually, it was like, I'm like, all right, dude, like, are you gonna keep fucking with me, or are we gonna fight? Like, we can just fucking fight, dude. So we went out in the front yard and we fought. We fist fought. He got me a couple times. He kneed me in the face. I ended up knocking him out. I know it sounds like every time, like when you hear this story, the guy gets not like the person telling the story is always the winner. It's like, I know. That's what happened though. And so I have another story too. I have other stories too where I knocked another guy out who almost hit my roommate in the back of the head with a baseball bat. That's a completely other story. But anyway, so I knocked this motherfucker out, and that was it. And I just walked away and we were done. And then the next day he texted me. He's like, are we good? I'm like, yeah, dude, we're good. He's like, my bad. He's like, we're good. Like, we're cool. Like, I'm like, my bad too. And that was it. And we understood the place in the pecking order of situations, because like I would just let him. I'm like I would just keep letting him win and win and win, and like I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because it's not worth my time. It's not. Sometimes like some fights for me are just not worth it. So I don't even like fuck with it when I could easily just like go off the handles, which is a surprising thing that I'm saying, because I'm well known of going off the handles very easily, but there are some times I'm just like, fuck this. And so, but there's also a point where I'm like, all right, like, dude, are we gonna take care of this, or are we not? Because we gotta take, because we're at a turning point, we're at a tipping point where like things are gonna get real bad, and I'd rather have it be on equal grounds where we both understand where we're both coming from. So let's go. But yeah, dude, this is fucking great. I love this video. But yeah, so I guess we should probably get into the what'd you say? The things that this part of the episode has slowly become like the conspiracy theory and just weird like aliens and NASA stuff. I feel, but yeah, I guess that's what we should do. And like, let me pause for a second for the. I do have some. I don't have them. Like I can't just like click them, but I do have intro songs. You know what? And I don't even have to make it. I should just be able to put them on here. It's too late now because I need to cut them down, because they're like 8 minutes long. I need to cut them down for my segment things. So this is a pause for my, I guess my segment intro. All right. Okay, great. And we are here on this podcast. And so the first thing is there's this NASA, what is it? The headline is like this: Earth doesn't have a bright future. Ex-NASA astronaut who spent 238 days in space warned of alien attack. It's just, this is hilarious to me, because to me, I read these are for fun, because as much as I try to write every day, I also try to read a certain amount of words every day. I know I don't come off like that. I know I don't come off. But the thing is, one of the big reasons why I do it for cadence. Because you read someone else's cadence, and you can be like, oh, I didn't know I could put a comma there, or like, that's a really interesting way of putting a semicolon. I would have just put a period and moved the fuck on. This person put a semicolon and then put a part of it in parentheses and then went on with the thing. It was like a thought within a thought. Like, oh, this is so much. This is intelligence. This is awesome. And so then you can get ideas, much like like filmmakers get when they watch another movie. They're like, oh, that's a cool thing. Like, because I just recently did a movie, and the opening shot was a homage to Black Panther. When the antagonist in the first Black Panther, when you first meet him and you see his back and the camera twists like that to forward and it follows him. It was similar to that. And so, because you see the guy and he's upside down and it moves into focus and he's upright and then he wakes up, and then that's how the movie starts. Well, not anyways. It's anyway. It's just one play. Anyway, not anyways. Anyways is like multiple things. Like, you're not doing multiple things. You're just doing because in the process of saying the sentences, we're gonna go and do these. We're gonna go and have some fun. But you really don't have to go. Period. End of thought. Anyway, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if you don't go with us? Instead of anyways, what are you gonna that doesn't? It even grammatically doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I am just I don't know why I'm sticklers on these things. I've fallen back on it a little bit, because it's really not that big of a fucking deal, and it doesn't prove a goddamn thing about anybody. Anyway, so back in 2005, this Lanoy Chow becomes an official commander of the International Space Station. He roved in 2004, 2005. He was assigned with Russia cosmonauts during the maintenance work. The two allegedly above Earth, they were above 375 kilometers above Earth and traveling at over 70,000 kilometers per second. I know we say those. It's so funny, say that. I'm like, yeah, I have no fucking clue what that means. Like, you got to shade that in miles an hour. If you don't shade it miles an hour, I don't know what that means. Like, I go by American standards, which is so hilarious. And the reason why we did that, I guarantee you the reason why we did that is because we were just being assholes about the situation. Like, words like color, how we just take out the U out of it. Just because. Same thing. So I guarantee it's the same thing. So anyway, so moving on with this thing, like this guy, he completely ruled out the idea of being aliens and definitely was a skeptic. But when it came to the reality of fiction, scientists agree that his statement saying that it was only logical the United States, the 10 million of light years into diameter of more than 300. Are you guys following any of this? Like, I figure like I'm showing you, and like we're just kind of going, we're kind of skimming through this, you know, blah blah blah. I'm just like making like this is audio over this. Leo is an American engineer retired from NASA. What is it? Declared. Did I go too far? Until the moment he managed to, he is at the time exploring an event of light flashing, but getting in the streets several hundred kilometers down. Didn't really say much. He never really ruled out the idea. Scientists agree. They said he kept the secret. Scientists agree, saying that it only logical universe 10 million years ago. Continue reading. Oh God. Okay. Well, this one's a fail. We just ate a bunch of time about nothing. Wow. Sorry, guys. Let's move on to the next thing. This is a funny thing. This is a weird one. So, aliens might be living among us, claims Harvard study. Research also explored the idea that UFOs or unflying UPAs could be spaceships visiting Earth-based alien friends. The possibility of extraterrestrial life has always fascinated humans. However, despite research, we still not have concrete answers to questions whether we are alone in the universe. Now, Harvard University claims that aliens could be living among us secretly on Earth. A paper research at Harvard University Human Flourishing Program posits that UPAs, more commonly referred as UFOs, and extraterrestrial beings could be living underground or on the moon or even walking around among humans. It's like, yeah, this is all we've all been saying this. We've been saying this forever. This has always been a thing. Helps the spaceship visit Earth. To help, the paper states the author becomes increasingly aware of the depths of evidence and theories that also traversely support other extraterrestrial which holds the UPA may refer activities here. The study further investigates the concept of so-called
cryptoterrestrials.
What? Cryoterrestrials, beings that may be living among us. Huh. Interesting. Okay. A technical, advanced, ancient human civilization that was largely destroyed long ago, but continues to exist in radiant forms. Huh. Interesting. Now they just have a list of like different types of these things. Wild, right? Different, huh? See, this is the dumb shit that I read. I should probably like post like the should I do that? I should start posting the what'd you call them? The articles. So I'm going to do the articles, and then I'll do like from like, so the first thing was like that NASA thing. It'll be like NASA, and there'll be a headline, and then I'll just have the link to it. I'm going to start doing that in the descriptions as well. Why not? Why not, Juan? Be nice. Be polite. You know, like if someone watches, they can like kind of weirdly follow this thing with you. Oh yeah, this was weird. So this next thing, I heard on a podcast and I'm like, that sounds like a lot of horse shit, like kind of like a lot of what this is. But let me see. Let's go here. Let's hit this. So apparently, hearing loss is an increased risk of dementia, especially in older adults. So if you lose hearing, you can become crazy, basically. You lose your fucking brain. Your brain just loses itself. It's interesting. According to a study by Johns Hopkins Medical, people with mild hearing loss are twice as likely to develop dementia as those without hearing loss, while moderate hearing loss triples the risk and severe hearing loss increases the risk fivefold. Hearing loss has also been linked to a decline in memory and thinking skills, and to faster shrink the areas of the brain that processes sound and memories. Well, it makes sense. It'd be like the same thing. Like if you break your arm and you don't use that arm, you're not going to keep the same strength as you had it prior to breaking your arm, like because it's going to atrophy. It's the same thing. Your part of that brain atrophies. See, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why I do this podcast. It's, it's fun, whatever. But also too is it makes me talk. It makes me have to fire those synapses of my brain to my mouth to talk, because I really do fucking think I have CTE, man. It's just hilarious. I was even talking to a guy the other day. He's like, he played 1 year in college too. He's like, dude, like I've played enough ball that I'm like I've pretty sure I had to have something. There's something. I didn't get out of Scott. Like once you get one concussion, it was pretty much. I didn't have some of the lights on and didn't really affect it at all. And my dog didn't even flinch. She's such a good girl. Hey Lola, aren't you a good girl? She's so good. I love her so much. Have I guys told you how much I love that? How much I love my dog? Lola, I love you. I love you. I would pick her up, but she's being so good right now, and it's because she wants a WALK. She can't spell yet, so I just spell it. But it's great. Oh, and then I also I heard someone say the term "cool beans" at work, and I was like, I wonder where that came from. And then I Googled it, and it came from I think it came from one of the Cheech and Chong movies. I'm pretty sure. Cool Beans originated in 1970s with comedian duo Cheech and Chong cited as pioneers of the term. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? It's just weird. Okay, so what is it? What cool beans and 50 other old-timey slang words mean? Hell, why not? Why not we go down this run? All the bags and chips, we know that one. Ankle biter, as if is a rumor. Oh yeah, bangin' was a term popularized in the 90s, described as attractive. Also something that is exciting, fun, or such as bangin', bogus, boya, buggin'. Can you dig it? We all know. I know all these. Cheddar, money, chillin'. Being chillin' came out, relaxing and sitting back was one of the earliest in 1975 song. The Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. Cool Beans. Cool Beans originated in 1970s with common trio, and continued to be used throughout the 1980s and 90s. TV, I absolutely love TV during the 80s and 90s. I don't know, watching it makes me feel so good in a weird way. And I guarantee it's about nostalgia. I guarantee if I went back and I go back and I watch all these shows, I'm like, these fucking shows suck. There's only a few, like, Seinfeld, like the Wonder Years, things like that. Those are the shows that you're like, okay, yeah, but those are like the diamond in the rough. Like, it's because those are the best of that time. It's like, no shit, John. But I'm rewatching the Wonder Years now, and it's just like, I love it. It makes me feel so good because I love those stories. I love those short, because they're like, it's basically like short stories in 30 minutes. I don't know if I sounded smart or intelligent by saying it like that. But yeah, it's just, yeah. But anyway, I have like 5 minutes left. So should I get into the videos? And that'll probably be the end of it, right? That'll probably be the end of the video. But yeah, cool beans. 80s, right? 70s. Anyway, so let's watch some video. Like, you want to watch some videos of the week? All right. Well, here we go.
Probably never eat again at Disney World, and I'm starting with the all-you-can-eat breakfast skillets at Ohana because these cost $49 per person, but you're really paying a premium for the character meal since Mickey and Lilo and Stitch are walking around. So if you don't care about the characters so much, go to Whispering Canyon in the Wilderness Lodge instead, where you get basically all the same foods, these all-you-can-eat skillets for $26, and save yourself $23 per person. Next, I'll probably never again get the butter chicken poutine from the Disney Springs poutine stand because, well, it's not bad. Over at the new Eat by Manit, just steps away, they have tandoori chicken poutine, and even though it's a little more expensive, it is way more food and way more flavorful and cheesy. Next, at the Plaza Inn in Magic Kingdom, I would not order the crispy chicken sandwich again. I found it to be very dry, and even though I love their loaded fries so much, the chicken was really not it. Instead, check out the new crispy chicken sandwich at Paddlefish in Disney Springs. It is made with juicy thigh meat, and it's just much more saucy and delicious. Plus, it is $6 cheaper. Now, finally, never say never, but I would probably not go to the Boardwalk Pizza window again unless it was an emergency. Yes, it's kind of sleazy good, but it's too expensive. And over at Pizza Ponte in Disney Springs, they have way bigger, greasy, delicious slides for like...
Yeah. See, the thing is that, like, I'm surprised that adults do this. Like, I thought it was weird that I made vlogs about, like, weird museums, but it's a weird thing, like, making the food of Disneyland. It's one thing, like, it'd be cool to see, like, someone's opinion, like, version of seeing, like, Disneyland, but you're just seeing food. Like, this is just such the most American thing. Like, we're gonna go someplace, but we're gonna go someplace that's supposed to be like very enchanted and full of like life and like ability to have so many memories with whoever you go with. But instead, we're gonna talk about the fucking food like a fucking fat fucking American. Like, God damn it, guys! Why do we choose to do this? Like, why do we choose to be like this? We choose to be dumb Americans, and we sit back and we wonder why people laugh at us. But yeah, like I got a minute and 18 left. We only got one video. I got only one video in this whole week. Could you believe that, guys? Like, I'm just happy that I got this podcast over because it's Thursday, and I normally don't do this till Friday, and I work on Friday. I have to work. I get up at 2:30, and I work at 3:30. And then I'm off at like 11:30. So it's really not that bad. But it's like, I'm tired. Who wants to fucking do a podcast and talk after that? But all I did today was I worked out, golfed, did this podcast. I wrote. Like, it was a day of full creativity and a spirituality that some would say. And, you know, and it's just, it is what it is, right? It's just a fun time. And I hope you guys can all find, I really do. If there's anything you get from this podcast, it's this moment right now where I'm saying, like, I hope you guys can find the things that make you happy, because I just had a great day that made me happy, and I'm a 35-year-old adult with no kids, no stress or anything like that. It's probably why I look a little bit better. I just wish my face matched my arms, because my arms are so much darker than my face now. Yeah, that's it. That's the podcast, guys. I will see you guys on the next episode. I need to get this on like Spotify and Apple and all that shit. I really do. I'm getting too many episodes to not have that now. Anyway, that's not your problem. That's mine. And I would absolutely pay somebody to do it if they want to. I'd pay you to do it. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. All right. Bye.